It's very important for African American people across North America to understand it is time to seize our existence. And I ain't just talking about black or African Americans. It's every disadvantaged people that have the cognitive ability to understand what I'm going to say in this video, that live in North America under certain levels of bondage that may not be readily recognizable to people that are living in ignorance and the bliss thereof. So welcome. This is a God-sent message from the foundation of Elevation Station. I work hand in hand with God and no one else in between us. My name is Leon, and I live in a place that's called Cleveland, Ohio, and we have been the backside of jokes for over 60 and maybe close to 70 years. And it all was ordained by the higher forces, God. The forces that's above the enlightened ones. You know, we got a lot of terms. But the truth is that it has been prescribed for Cleveland, Ohio, to be the stewards to the new kingdom that shall be. And a message painted, etched into the land of this great country of North America is a place that we call in Cleveland, Ohio, the Cultural Gardens. The Cultural Gardens stretch for, I don't know the exact mileage, I would estimate around 3 miles. We have a great lake. Another reason that we would have butt people jokes, because actually it's 5 great lakes in America. And they are all together. It's 5 that are connected. And it's one that's at the bottom that catches all of the darbis from the other lakes. Because there's one that's up from it, and then 3 others that's up on the other side from Lake Erie, that's closest to Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio is the major city at the tunnel, the bedrock of Lake Erie. So all of the darbis comes from each of the lakes and settles in Lake Erie. And some of the good water from Lake Erie funnels to the next great lake. I think it's Hudson. And so in the 1950s, with all the industrial revolution that was happening in America, a lot of the darbis was getting caught in Lake Erie. The trash, the sediment that was able to catch fire. The lake caught fire, and they put it out, and around the nation, around the world, they start calling us the mistake by the lake. Unfortunately so for us. But what we did not realize, that Cleveland, Ohio has been scripted, written into history to birth one great man that may be of African American descent. And he would play a part in walking what is now the Cultural Gardens in Cleveland, Ohio. You may ask me, what are the Cultural Gardens? The Cultural Gardens are a representation of many of the countries on the planet. You can ask different people, and we have different numbers of recognized countries in the world. in the world, America estimates, or their truth is 195 countries on the planet. Different other parts of the country, they have their own numbers. 205, 193, 251. But based on North American doctrine, they estimate, or not estimate, they say it's 195 countries. Now, along the corridor from Lake Erie, it's a street that was paved by the Rockefellers. We all know about the Rockefellers. If not, do your research. It comes from these powerful families that owned a large portion of Cleveland, Ohio for so many years. Anyway, it was paved from the lake, a certain street that comes through a certain sector, maybe 3/4. It was chopping 3/4 of the country, a road, into like a center intersection of Cleveland, Ohio. And so it goes about maybe 3 miles. Don't quote me on that exact mileage, but that's a rough estimate. And it goes and it has a cultural garden representation of the culture of 92 different countries on our planet. So we have the Germans, and they have their representation of a culture that they wish for people to understand and overstand as they travel the course of the cultural garden. So we got 92 different cultures, and like Chinese, one of my favorites, they have Confucius there, and he has a lot of, magnificent statue, and I mean that with a capital M, and it is depicted in a way that shows the honor and respect of their culture. Each and every culture wants to depict this. So after you make it down through the 92nd culture, and the last one is the Chinese Confucius. Before you get on the other side of the road, it's like, and people come worldwide to get married at these places. This video is going to go longer than I thought. It's already at 7:45. So people come to have weddings at these structures because they have like very valuable staring, like marble staring, leading up to an astrological area with each zodiac sign, a statue of each zodiac sign in a circle with sayings in different languages up underneath each zodiac sign. And then after that, it's like a large pond. Now, this pond is like a duck pond. We have several duck ponds on the cultural garden, and this is the largest one that's beautiful. So we have the astrological circle of Sagittarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus. They're all in the circle. And then we have the lake after that, kind of like a purification. And then we move after that to the end of the cultural garden. We have the statue, and it's a bronze statue that is, how can I say it, royal, historic, very valuable. And it's two ladies, and it's what I depict as a Caucasian lady passing a globe of the earth to an African American lady, and it's like golden pieces hanging from the globe. You have to see it. It's right here. I have it a picture, but it's not, a great picture. It's right here. You can see it. It is right there. So this statue, I didn't get the whole thing. It's not the greatest picture, but it's wording on the front and on the back. And on the back, you can see it say, "Night passes the earth today. So it's saying this Caucasian lady is a representation of night, or maybe negative. You take it how you want. And passes the earth to the light. So what I'm saying is that it was written for so many years, decades, 40s or 50s, for a certain African American man to be risen from this land and bring all these nationalities together into crescend to a certain point for which all of humanity would elevate to the next level and stage of development. See, we have so many different religions. I wonder how many people clearly understand how many religions they are. Well, we have 600 religions, with 4,200 something being recognized by all the other religions, with another 2,000 something that's not so recognized. And these good books that we study within these religions are called what? What are they called? They call scripture. Scripture. And what's the word of scripture? Yeah. And I really want to, I'm speaking to, the more intellectuals. What's the word of scripture? NOI, fruits, theologians. It's script. So we have a lot of these religions that have good books we call scripture, that they are, the root of them is script. Oh, okay. We really get it. We really get another, notch of understanding that is for most people. And I'm hoping, to just draw a picture, because I could go into details, and details is not for everybody, and it's not exactly godly, because it is what happened a few times on this earth, where people would learn the certain knowledges and the foundation for which they ascended to, they were missing foundationary points. Kind of like our youth today. We have to reset things as God, as the powers that be, as the forces that be, had to reset things at certain points through our history, and we reaching a point, especially in the black community, where the youth is missing so many different foundationary pieces. Yeah, I'm spilling right now, and I don't want to get too upset, because so many of my people think we know it all. We think we got it. We've been working at this job, and we got these several little hustles. I get this little pack, and I got it. I got all these things, but my belly is big as hell. I'm dumb. I ain't learned nothing in about 20 years, but I'm cool. I talk that stuff, and I look good, and I got hair weave, and I don't want to be disrespectful. And if I have been, I apologize. But I don't know why so many of my people feel as though we got it made. Oh, I got it made. When we so far behind. Still. I want to say I love you. And I just wanted to shed a little light on the next stages. Well, not the next stages. The realization of our true condition at this point and what's about to take place, so that we can take a step back to take 2 steps forward. I know it's hard to admit we was wrong. It's hard to admit that we've been grinding in the wrong direction. It's hard to admit we had all these little fly little things that make us feel good. I just want to enjoy your best life. While other people slapping us in the face with stuff and we don't even realize what's really going on. And a lot of us do, and we just don't care. They even slapped us in the damn face so hard that they said, we're going to put a name on the clothing, on several pieces of clothing, and let people know that, man, you ain't even recognizing how you being used. Yeah, they had that little clothes. It was called used. USED. They said, man, used. Y'all wear this. And we wore it. I wore it. I when I was that young man, 14, I wore that clothing. And I look back like, damn fool. I see them slap us in the damn face. Not even like listen. Y'all ever seen someone get slapped in their ear, in their face, like on their eardrum, and it bleed? Like you cup your hand. I kind of did it. I wasn't a great guy. Some people mess with me. I did it, and I apologize to my God. But it's something you can do. You can slap the grease out somebody with your hand cuffed in this manner, and you kind of hit them right on the ear, and it cuffed their ear, and it just sends such a shock wave in their drum that it just permanent damage. It's like that's what they done to us when they made like titles to clothes that say true religion. It's such a, you don't get, it's right. True. Listen, we saying that these things that you buying is y'all true religion. Yeah, y'all following. Y'all really ain't. Y'all don't get it. True religion. This y'all true religion. Y'all don't even God, y'all self, y'all family, y'all community. Y'all don't even believe in that. These things is y'all true religion. Y'all stay down there. Here, buy this. It's time for us to seize our existence. Think about it. Let's seize our existence. Foundation for elevation. Let's seize our existence. Look, that is it. That's my total message. This is what I come, and this is what I'm going to go with. Seize our existence. Seize our existence.